I'm saying.
All right, y'all. So we're going to do this show a little bit different today. I am going to talk to you guys really briefly about AEW Revolution because it does bear some conversation. Okay. I know a lot of y'all don't watch AEW, but I need y'all to hear me out and just listen. I know this isn't your favorite part of the show sometimes that I do, but when AEW does do something right, I do give them their props. Okay. And I really, really want to talk about this because I actually really enjoyed this particular storyline. But we're going to go over Revolution results as a whole. I currently know that AEW Dynamite is on right now. I'm probably going to end up watching that tomorrow because I don't feel like watching it today. I'm going to watch it tomorrow, but I will tell y'all everything that happened. But I really want to go into detail more specifically about Mariah May and Tony Storm's storyline because it's actually the star of this particular show rather than anything else that we saw on the card. But out of fairness to the entire card, it was a pretty massive card for Revolution. Revolution is a huge PLE for them. I think it's likened to their Mania or like close to it, but it's a huge PLE for them. And hold tight, y'all. I want to make sure I get everything. Make sure y'all can see everything. Okay. So hold on, because I ain't even have all my shit together in this damn Ciao. So before I let people in, which I'm gonna do, so don't worry, I'm gonna let y'all in. I am going to talk about this because there is one thing that I really want to talk about when it comes to this, and more specifically when it comes to Mariah May and Toni Storm as a whole. I really want to talk about it. Okay. So hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. And then we'll get into some of the news and stuff that's been out in the blogs and everything. We'll get into that in a second. So let's upload that. Let's close this. All right. Let me make sure I get everything squared away. So I hope everybody had a good day. I hope y'all enjoyed your Monday Night Raw. If you didn't, it was an okay show. Until then, the end is where we got all the mess. Okay, the end is where we got all the stuff. So hold tight. I think I finally got it. There we go. I'm so unorganized today, and I apologize for that because I am extremely unorganized. Any whoosies, everybody speaking to each other. Hello, hello, hello. He sent it to my email. Okay, got it. Alexis is here, but I'm gonna give Alexis a break, and I'm giving Nicole a break this week on the pod, and we're just I'm gonna go over Dynamite, and I'm just gonna they sent me statements, so I'm gonna read their statements, and then we're gonna talk about the show. So let me make sure I didn't get anything from Nicole. Let me see. It's okay. So if you didn't get the chance to see AEW Revolution, I promise you, you really missed out on something special, especially when it came to Mariah May and Toni Storm and the story of their storied love affair, and then the breakdown of their relationship and the culminating end of their relationship. Everything about it was expertly executed, from the building up of their relationship and Mariah May's latching on to Toni, to the betrayal, to Mariah May having her title run the way that she did, which I'll get to that in a second. And then having Toni Storm return and have this revival of their feud, and to cap it out the way that they did. It was excellent. It was expertly done. This is something that I have been requesting from WWE in terms of what I want from the women, what I need to see from the women. I don't like being given these haphazard one-off feuds where we don't really get to see anything. We don't really get to have anything. Everything is specific to a title. We're not getting any build. We're not getting anything. I really don't enjoy that aspect of WWE's brand of wrestling. Okay. And I really, really wish that they would stop with that particular brand of wrestling. I wish they would give us something that we could really sink our teeth into when it comes to the women, because they don't give us that. They don't allow us the opportunities to be able to see the women in feuds that are worthwhile. They are incessantly involving the feuds with the titles, and then they don't make them mean anything. They don't build any core memories with these feuds. And this is something that I have stressed amongst wrestling period, in every brand, every company, every promotion. This is something you need to be striving to. Yes, the women's revolution pushed forward a narrative that women can wrestle, but now you need to start pushing the narrative forward that women can tell stories. And Toni Storm and Mariah May's storyline was a key component of understanding that they can. Now, let me tell y'all a little bit of backstory about the storyline if you weren't paying attention, because I know a lot of you who follow my channel don't necessarily watch AEW style shows, which I, for one, can understand, because I'm not an AEW stan. I don't watch their show regularly, and on occasion they provide you with something that is worthwhile. Now, Toni Storm and Mariah May's relationship started back quite some time ago. Okay, hold tight, y'all. I'm getting a phone call. I'm being hailed. Give me a second. I shall return.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't designed.
Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Rolling 80 wheels in a safety. Gotta roll OT, gotta give a release. Spread your legs downtown, so I'm going out to eat. Hit the raw sounds when the rock up in your sleep. I'ma roll on the floor, ever let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in on my knee.
Eclipse.
Sorry, I had got a phone call. I was getting hailed. So Mariah May and Toni Storm's relationship began back in November 8th of 2023, when Mariah introduced herself to Toni Storm as her biggest fan, and she wanted to become her understudy and protege. An understudy is a reference to a form of acting when a person goes down, the understudy comes in to take over the star's spot. This is all a play on movies, and it's very close to what Toni Storm's current character at the time was referencing and what her character references now. She portrays herself as a movie star who is playing her greatest role, and she is now the AEW Women's Champion. During this time, Toni Storm was on quite the roll as the AEW Women's Champion, but when Mariah May was introduced, this introduced an entirely new aspect to her championship run. She had a protege, an understudy, if you will, that was borderline treated like a child to Toni Storm. And Toni Storm loved on her with tremendous amount of admiration and full on, affirmation and just giving Mariah May everything she got, from allowing her to portray one of her older characters in rocker Toni Storm to simply just cupping her in her bosom and holding her close to her heart. She nurtured and felt like she nurtured and shaped Toni Storm. And they also, while they had that aspect, there was also an aspect of her being closer to Mariah May than that. It was multiple levels to their relationship that was seen on television until it came time for the women's Owen Hart tournament, and Mariah May was said to be ready to start her journey to become a superstar. And this is when the changes in their relationship began to shift. Mariah May didn't really show any cracks, but it was starting to begin that Mariah May was finally showing her true colors. And she did do that on the final and during the finals of the Owen Hart tournament. Mariah May turned on her mentor, attacked her, and beat the crap out of her with the heel shoe. Now, I can't show the images on my YouTube channel. It will get flagged for violence if I do, because a lot of my lives are now monetized. But I will say this. It was a bloody, bloody situation with Mariah May and Toni Storm. So much so that the two women vowed to destroy each other at the very next big PLE, which during that time was AEW's All In. Okay. Mariah May and Toni Storm had it out, and they fought and they battled, and Mariah May won. She became the AEW Women's Champion. And they put on a banger of a match. This was a massive win for Mariah May. And of course, it felt like the end of Toni Storm. Toni leaves, and we don't see Toni Storm again for another 6 months. In 6 months' time, Mariah May became a household name, not only in just because she beat Toni Storm, but because of the way Mariah May operated. Mariah was a cruel, vicious, just a mean champion. She cut down anybody, and I mean anybody, who dared to challenge her, who caused her any grief. She cut them down hard. Mariah May wasn't just a champion. She was the girl, and she gave as much as she took from anybody that challenged her or gave her any type of pushback. Mariah May was up there giving the girls her all. And even so, with all of that being said, Mariah still didn't reach the heights of the way Toni Storm did with the championship. And I think that low-key stuck in Mariah May's craw a little bit. Her whole thing was that she wanted to take everything from Toni and make it her own and do it better, because she was the better of the two of them. She was younger. She had more fire. She had more spunk. She was it. She felt like she had it all. And Toni was old and washed up and needed to go away because it was her time now. It was her time now. And so Toni devised a plan. For the whole time that Mariah May terrorized the AEW women's roster, Toni Storm was quiet. She didn't say a word. We didn't see her. We didn't hear from her. And then all of a sudden, Toni Storm shows up back in AEW. And this isn't just your regular run-of-the-mill Toni Storm. This is rocker Toni Storm. And she's acting rather peculiar. This girl that we see isn't the Toni Storm that we've known for the last year. This girl seems to not remember the last couple of months of her life. She seems to be lost. And everybody is looking at her like, sis, are you okay? But Toni had us all fooled. She had us all fooled, okay? We all were sitting here just thinking Toni Storm had a nervous breakdown. That was the only way to explain what we were seeing, is that the girl had a nervous breakdown, and clearly, she was off her rocker. She lost her shit. And that's okay, because it happens to the best of us, and we understand that. Toni showed back up, Toni Rocker, and while Mariah May saw, she just assumed that Toni Storm was just trying to relive the glory days. And she was like, if she ever comes up to me, I'm going to cut her down. So I don't care. She was like, she's back. Sure, whatever. Now, Toni Storm wasn't talking about Mariah May in any way, shape, or form. She came back and made it appear as though all she was trying to do was make her way and become a star in AEW. She even went so far as to declare herself all elite, even though she had already done that years prior. Toni Storm showed up, made herself appear to be a rookie, and acted as if she didn't know that people were there, responded to people like she was a rookie, helped take down the rings like a rookie would. She did everything she was supposed to do as a noob in a company coming in with a starter contract. And she worked her way up the ladder to get back to that AEW championship. She didn't crawl over a bunch of girls and take the championship opportunity. She fought, she had matches, she won them, and then she won the opportunity to face off against Mariah May. Once that happened, Toni Storm 100% stayed in that role. Even after her and Mariah May came face to face, because she was set to face off against Mariah May at AEW Revolution. Even after they came face to face, Toni Storm stayed in character. She told her, I really admired you, I look up to you, and I can't wait to face you. Mariah May said nothing other than to hug her opponent, and then she beat the crap out of Toni. Beat the crap out of her. She whipped her with her own title. She spit on her. And after she was done, she said to her, you must have forgotten. And Toni Storm, in all of her grand fashion, stood up and she said, what makes you think I've forgotten? And that's when everybody realized that Toni Storm had been playing her this whole time. This is what finally knocked Mariah May off of her little pedestal. This was the pivot, the moment in time in their relationship where she finally realized that she no longer had the upper hand. And from here on out, Mariah May lost every piece of control that she had, because she realized that once Toni Storm regained her confidence, put herself back in the limelight, and knew who she was and what she was going to do, that there was nothing Mariah May could do to stop her from regaining what was rightfully hers in the first place. There was nothing that she could do. Ever since Toni returned and the real timeless Toni showed back up, Mariah May has never been right. Mariah May has lost her shit every single time. Every single time. She has lost it. And you would think that this would lead to these two women battling it out and not it going left. Oh, no. Things went very, very left and extremely volatile between these two, mainly because of Mariah May. And every time Mariah thought she had the upper hand, Toni Storm would switch up on her and it would knock her on her ass. It messed her up so much that Mariah May was literally mentally incapable of staying on task. The last time that these two met before they got ready to fight at AEW Revolution was probably one of the greatest promos I've seen of our time on both women's parts, especially from Toni Storm. I implore you to look it up and watch it. If you're an aspiring wrestler, I implore you to look it up and watch it. Because people forget there's an aspect of wrestling that has to be done correctly in order for fans to be invested. Yes, you can be a great wrestler. Yes, you can be good at something. Huh? No, that's probably Christopher. You could be good at wrestling, but nobody's gonna remember the fact that you are good. They're gonna remember what sticks out in your mind. Probably a move you've done, a special move, like with Will Ospreay. It's his acrobatics and his ability to flip and move as quickly as he does in the ring. That is what people remember Will Ospreay for. Same thing goes for Ricochet. But you don't remember The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, and the other greats like Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Most people don't remember them because they were amazing wrestlers. You remember them because of the stories that they told. And you remember them because of the things that they've said, the things they've done. You remember Triple H because of what? He's the cerebral assassin. Okay. He put fucking bounties out on wrestlers when he wanted their championship. Triple H was probably one of the smartest wrestlers, in my opinion, in how he would knock his opponents off their game so much that he would just win just by sheer mind and willpower. Okay. And you recognize Triple H by what? The sledgehammer, right? When you think about Shawn Michaels, you think about the belt and the nude image. You think about the sexy boy song, the hair, the cheesy smile, the Montreal screw job. Okay? You think about Shawn Michaels for getting his eye busted through that damn TV by Chris Jericho. You remember points in time. It ain't always about the matches. Sometimes you have got to put something in people's memory that will make them remember who you are. And this is one of them. Now, after these two had this great promo, they had their match at AEW Revolution. And it was probably one of the bloodiest and most brutal matches I've ever seen in my entire life. These two women damn near killed each other in that ring. I low-key wish they would have gave them the steel cage and let Fletcher and Kyle just fight it out in a regular-ass match with no holds barred. Because I feel like they would have just had just a little bit more cinema in that match if they would have been able to have a steel cage match, you know? But they did great with this match the way that it was. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying. Okay? Hold on. When Triple H had that promo back in the day introducing himself as the Game, yeah. Brian Pillman, when he was a loose cannon, and when Marty Jannetty putting HBK through the barbershop window, yes. Key moments is what I'm saying. Triple H coming back after tearing his ACL. Stone Cold King of the Ring promo spread like wildfire. Hello, Kenny. How are you? I'm finna let y'all in a minute. I got 2 more minutes left, and then I'm gonna let people in. So my point is AEW Revolution, when it came to Mariah May and Toni Storm, was just an excellent match through and through. It was so good, and it was such a good ending to such a long feud. You have to think, this feud started in November of 2023. It is 2025. So for about a year and some months, you know what I'm saying? About a year and about 3, maybe 4 months. These two have been intertwined with each other and created a story that was long-term, that lasted more than a year, and it gave you something to look forward to. Now I want to know what Mariah May is going to do now, how she's going to proceed forward, and who she's going to feud with next. The same goes for Toni Storm. I'm curious, but even Toni said that it was a bittersweet win for her because she missed Mariah May. And she misses her, but she understands that the story is over. I can't stress to you enough how you have to support these kinds of stories. This also leads into WWE. Right now, there's a possibility of a good storyline going into WrestleMania for Naomi and Jade Cargill. And we as fans are the ones who are driving the ship here. If you don't invest in these stories, they will stop telling them. They will just keep telling, we'll just keep getting the same shit, just recycling who's in it. Roman, Rock, Cena, Cody, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins. They're just gonna roll the dice and see who else can be a part of this particular story. When you have an opportunity to support these people while they're in their best time, in their prime, you need to do that now. Naomi has now solidified herself as a villain. Some of y'all support her villainy, others don't. I'm not here to tell y'all what y'all should and shouldn't do in terms of whose side you should be on. I'm here to tell y'all that y'all need to support these stories. Because I'm seeing too much discourse online about how, oh, Naomi didn't get no pop when it came to her being the one to attack Jade Cargill. And I'll tell you why that is. The reason why she didn't get the pop that she rightfully deserved was, number one, because WWE took too fucking long to tell the story. And number two, they waited until Elimination Chamber to do it, when in all actuality, they should have took Jade out right before Elimination Chamber, had Naomi replace her, and then have Jade come back and beat her down. That's how that should have went, because the feud would have been fresh in our mind. Number one, y'all didn't do enough job to keep up with the feud and add enough fuel to the fire. You waited to the last minute to decide that, you know, you wanted to include Liv and Raquel in the midst of this, when in all actuality, you should have been did this. This should have been done shortly after you took out Jade Cargill. You should have had some time to remove, to get this thing going. You knew that Mania was coming. It was lazy work, in my opinion. It was just lazy. And it could have been better had you had taken the time to make it work. And like I said to the fans, y'all being fans, y'all have to support the women. You don't have to like Naomi. You don't have to like Jade Cargill. But if you want women's wrestling to succeed and to go places that it has never gone before, then you need to make sure you put all your support into it. This right here is your tester. I'm telling you right now. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not always right. I might, talk a lot of shit and joke a lot, but I'm not always right about everything, but I'm damn sure right about this. If y'all don't watch that match with Naomi and Jade Cargill going into WrestleMania, don't expect to see that match, another match like it, in the near future on any other PLE or on Mania the next year, because you didn't give it the support that it deserved when you had the chance. I'm telling you right now, you need to focus on supporting these matches when they put them out there. If you go into the shows, your ass need to be loud and proud and supporting that shit. Get everybody in your section hype. Tell them to get off their ass and support this stuff. Because that's how we get asses in the seats for women's matches. This is how we get to see women's storylines on TV. If you don't support what you're seeing, they're going to start pulling shit. Then we're going to go back to having 5 men's matches and maybe 1 women's match. Okay? Trust me when I say this. That's the way that it usually works. So y'all need to get on board with what I'm saying. Megan Bain is next. She attacked Tony tonight. And I don't really... Okay, cool. Whatever. Hello, Hiram. So, to give y'all the rest of the story for AEW Revolution, I'm a little over my time, but I did want to give the results for AEW Revolution. All right, so this is Roadblock. Child, I hate my life sometimes. Ugh, I hate my life sometimes. I did watch Roadblock, but sometimes I be getting shit wrong. I do. So I'm like, let me make sure I get the results up so I can make sure I have everything correct. Okay. Let's get the results. Okay. Let's go to Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report usually has it pretty easy with the results up. Is this the right one? Yeah, it is. Alrighty. Is this Dynamite? Oh no, this is everything. Yeah, this is Dynamite. I don't need Dynamite. I don't need Dynamite. There we go. Got it. Ooh, it's a long day today, child. It's too much. It's too much going on. I know, Kayla. I know you've been telling us for weeks that you were going. You told me Monday you went, so I'm glad you had a good time. I'll get to NXT in a minute. So, all right. So, if you care about 0 Hour, we have Hologram and Commander facing off against Blake Christian and Lee Johnson. Lee Johnson and Christian ended up losing this match to Hologram and Commander. Daniel Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom faced off against Shane Taylor Productions, and Shane Taylor Promotion, got beat by Garcia and Undisputed Kingdom. Personally, I think Shane Taylor and them should have won, but whatever. Chris Jericho went up against Gravity. Well, he didn't. He actually attacked Gravity before the match. His brother came down there to help. But it didn't really work out in his favor either. He ended up getting beat up. And then we had AJ from TikTok with Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe. They had a trios match against Johnny TV and M&M Collection. Cassidy, Briscoe, and AJ beat M&M Collection. Now let's get to the main card. So we had MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. Page ended up beating MJF in this match. Don't know when MJF is going to come back, but yeah, they fought. He lost. Mercedes Moné went up against Momo Wannabe, and Mercedes Moné beat Momo. She is 15-0. And I am getting the inkling that Mercedes Moné more than likely is attempting to beat, or they want her to beat Jade Cargill's 60-0 or like 60-1 record, which is why she hasn't lost a match and she keeps winning. Well, they're going to turn on her the same way that they turned on Jade Cargill. So good luck with that. I get the feeling that that's what's happening here, is that she's going to be trying to have her beat Jade Cargill's 60-0 record. Swerve Strickland faced off against Ricochet. This was one of the matches that everybody said was pretty decent. So was Mercedes and Momo's match, if we're being fair. Swerve Strickland beat Ricochet. No shock there. They said this was a really good match between these two. And Strickland... Oh, now he pushed Prince Nana. That's crazy. Anyway. Okada went up against Brody King, and Brody King did not beat Okada. Okada was able to weasel his way out of this match, and he beat King in the AEW Continental Championship. Their international and continental championships are weird. I need them to find new names for their titles. I don't like the mix of them. Tag team titles. The Hurt Syndicate beat the Outrunners. Okay. I didn't see the need for this match. But Nicole explained it better when we were on the podcast last week. So if you want to go watch it, you can. But she explained it better to me, so I better understood. Like I said earlier when I explained Mariah May and Tony Storm's storied past, These two had a beyond Hollywood ending. It was bloody and it was brutal. And ultimately, Toni Storm retained her championship and bid her old pal a farewell. Takeshita went up against Kenny Omega, and he lost. Kenny Omega beat his former rival and former uh, friend from New Japan. He joined Don Callis, and I don't know if he left, but I didn't get to watch the match itself. From what I hear, this was one of the matches of the night next to Mariah May and Toni Storms. And I liked Ospreay and Fletcher's match. They were inside a steel cage for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why, but they were in a cage. They had barbed wire, screwdrivers, thumbtacks, the whole nine, you name it. They went, and Will Ospreay ended up beating Fletcher. This match was really bloody as well. They had a bloody match. I don't know why, but they had a very bloody match. It was messy. And then finally, we have probably one of the worst matches of the night that a lot of people really, really hated. People hated this match with Adam Copeland and Jon Moxley, and it was mainly because of how it ended. The problem was that Moxley didn't beat Edge. He actually ended up beating Christian. Christian had a contract very similar to the Money in the Bank contract to cash in whenever he felt like it so that he could be champion. Well, he decided to cash in at Revolution during Moxley and Copeland's match. And because of that, Copeland didn't get pinned. Moxley ended up pinning Christian. And so Copeland is out of a title shot. Jon Moxley is still, and Strickland attacked Jon Moxley after the match was over. A lot of people were very pissed off about this. They did not like this at all. And a Bleacher Report gave it a C, which is very interesting. But they said the first match was okay. It wasn't, the first half of the match wasn't great. It wasn't fun to watch. It says they said they weren't selling each other's moves. Referee ended up getting knocked out. Wheeler Yuta ended up taking out at least, and they ended up going after Copeland and taking him out in a shocking moment in the match, according to the Bleacher Report. It just seems a lot of people are very upset. And the heat that Jon Moxley is getting is not something that they actually wanted him to have. They wanted him to have heat, but not this. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Overall, I would have to say, if I'm going to be talking about AEW Revolution in this matter, is pretty decent show. They had some pretty good matches. It was just some of their choices when it came to the matches weren't as good as they could have been, especially the end and finishings of certain matches. They could have done a lot better. Okay. So now we're moving into, I have to read Alexis's statement she gave me, because I'm going to post this on our YouTube. So bear with me. We're going to be talking about AEW Revolution just for a little bit longer. I know I went over time, and I'm sorry. Okay. But hear me out, y'all. So here's what she said. She said, it hasn't even been a week yet, and the internet and the IWC is still buzzing about the Hollywood ending of Toni Storm and Mariah May's feud. She said this match held this whole buildup is a masterclass of what a storyline should be. Playing out like an old Hollywood movie, like What About Eve, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and Sunset Boulevard. Full of emotions, friendships, love, betrayal, vengeance, and defeating a demon that was created by your own hands. In all my years of watching wrestling, I cannot remember a woman-driven storyline that was this volatile, heartbreaking, and entertaining without relying on the usual stereotypes of a woman's story. It was just, I don't think I can put it into words, the true emotions that this got out of me. Alexis goes on to say, Toni Storm is like a phoenix. She reinvented herself into an amazing character actor. The talent had always been there, but her character was always a little bland. This woman is out there stripping down to her underwear, smearing her lipstick, and having drawn on eyebrows that would make Joan Crawford jealous. Mariah May is the future of the women's side of wrestling. She was such a good, slimy heel whose downfall you were waiting for, playing to the yin to Tony's yang, waiting till the time was right to strike like a venomous viper. She played the perfect villain, and yes, there was backstabbing, but it was in such a subtle way. Watching old promos of her and Tony, you can see how Luther could see right through her. The promos between the two of them was acting class worthy. Tony playing her old character, coming back as timeless, Mariah's breakdown, and now the infamous Pray for Her. Goosebumps. It was perfect. In all my life as a wrestling fan, I cannot recall the last time I saw a women's match this brutal. The final match, the Hollywood ending to the greatest feud AEW could ever come up with. This is a note to hardcore history, because this is how it is done. One last final desperate attempt to kill the monster Mariah May that Toni Storm unknowingly created. And our beautiful Delulu starlet won. This is what I wish I saw when I was a little girl getting into wrestling. Something besides women getting just flat out calling each other names or sleeping with another's rival's dads. And I hope to live long enough to see another generation of wrestlers, whether they are male, female, non-binary, whatever, that they just saw this match and they knew they wanted to be a wrestler. Seeing the reaction to the match online was amazing. Of course, you have the naysayers who would be shitting themselves if their favorite dime a dozen wrestler was doing this. The IWC agreed that this match should have been the main event. Not that match that is making people say they'll never watch AEW again. Where I am still upset that Christian got screwed, which is something I never thought I would say, but this storyline had more emotional impact on a fan base that is not always friendly to their women's division. So to Tony and Mariah, you two put on one hell of a show. You made us laugh, cry, shocked, and gave an ending we'll always remember. Take a bow, ladies. You deserve it. Alexis, this was awesome. This was well written. This is something I couldn't even write. She did a good job on this. And there you have it. Shout out to you, Mariah May and Alexis for writing a beautiful story. It was really pretty. And of course, Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm. Okay, chins up, tits out, and watch out for the shoe. I agree. I do wish that when I was a kid, that I had something like this to look up to, but we got it now. So that's all that matters. Nicole tore that match apart before it even happened. She did. It was really sweet. I really love this. I'm going to repost this on our social, and I'm going to do it in a video so I can put it up in our shorts, because I could do that in 3 minutes. I really want that to be posted. I'm going to make sure that everybody knows it was our girl Alexis from the pod that posted it, okay? That was an excellent read. You should write. You should do it. You should go on, what is it, Stack Social? Something like that. You could write really good pieces, man. You're really good at it. All right, we're getting into NXT Roadblock. Now, here's the thing when it comes to me and Roadblock. I did not get to watch the full show yesterday because in my city, the Cleveland Cavaliers were playing and getting to their 15th straight win, baby. Woo! The Cavs is out here whooping ass, bitch. Anyway, because of that, I didn't get to watch Roadblock all the way through. It cut off part of the show. For me, NXT didn't start until 10. I didn't get to watch NXT until after 10 o'clock. So for some of y'all in the rest of the country, y'all got to watch NXT at your regular time, I guess. But for me, I was stuck, y'all. but I love watching the Cavs, so it didn't matter. We was watching the Cavs. So I got to see some of NXT, but I didn't get to see all of it. I only missed the end, so I don't really need no help in doing that. We're gonna get into the show for NXT via the results. So we have Fraxium versus the Hardy Boys for the TNA tag team titles. The Hardy Boys did defeat Fraxium. Okay, they did beat them. Now we need to get into hockey. No, no, no hockey. Boo. Yeah, basketball. Well, I don't know what they were doing. They put the Cavs game on the CW, I guess, to test out the draw and attraction of it. CW is rebranding, so that's why NXT is over there, and they made the deal with WWE for NXT. They also show college football over there. They show college level like gymnastics and everything like that on the CW on a particular time during the week. So they started getting the Cavs. They got the contract for the Cavs, and they started putting the Cavs over there as well. So I guess by the time they're done with this FanDuel app bullshit, they'll be going on the CW on a regular, which I prefer that if they do. I haven't been to a hockey game in a long time, right? Well, we haven't really had a hockey team, so this is Dad's package? Wait. Where is this from?
Mm-hmm. What's the thing outside today?
There's no other package out there for him?
No, the other one was from mine.
He said there was a bag for him. Take this. He is a little asshole. Oh, God. I got a little stinking ass bag. I'll call him in a minute.
That's what he was talking about today out there in Coach Bag.
Yeah, little tiny ass coach bag. Can you not fall on my... What happened? It wasn't even stretched across the floor. You and them damn talons got to go.
First of all, nothing wrong with my damn teeth.
I didn't say anything. You just almost knocked my computer on the floor.
Fucked up right here.
Whatever.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Tiff.
Hi.
How are ya?
Fine.
Hey, AJ.
Hey.
So, yeah.
All right. So we got... Yeah.
That was a good match. That was a good match. The only NXT was good, but also it was a Sugar Honey Iced Tea show.
It was a what?
Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I'm trying to be more polite because you're monetized now.
Oh. According to Bleacher Report, they went to the theater at Madison Square Garden. They said it was a good choice as a venue. It looks great. I did get to see what it looked like. It did look nice in there. I thought that was pretty cool.
The only problem
there was a lot of cool spots in this match. I did get to see it. The spots in the match was a little crazy. Who is this? Why does it say your stepmom on here?
Because Big Mama, that's why.
I can't with you, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Hi, Kayla.
I can't with her.
I got the scoop, so whatever y'all need to say that didn't show, I'll tell you.
All right. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't care about the Hardy Boys and Fraxium. This was just like,
okay,
this is one of those matches that you
a filler.
You want to see. No, it's kind of one of those dream matches that you want to see, a dream matchup. The OGs versus the new ones, and that's pretty much how it went. It was a good match. but it wasn't something that I really cared for. FREESTYLE didn't get to take home the TNA tag team titles, although I thought that would have been just fucking insane if they were able to be a dual champion. But it is what it is. They ended up losing. The Hardy Boys picked up the W. Of course, everybody was happy. We're moving into Jordan Grace and Roxanne Perez. All right, Jordan Grace has finally beaten the Prodigy. Okay.
Why is Roxanne still there?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
I think she's just being there, just going to each show just to be, you know.
That's crazy. I would have moved her after the Rumble.
I don't know. These two ended up winning. I mean, these two had a match. It was a good match between the two of them. Jordan Grace was able to pick up the win over Roxanne. And I hope Roxanne probably not going to leave until after Stand and Deliver. So, who knows? Obafemi went up against Moose. From what I hear, this was a decent match. I had no desire to watch this at all. I only watched a clip and the finish.
They were cheering, "You're still bald."
Well,
I mean, he's not wrong.
Obafemi won, as he should have. I would have accepted nothing else.
I'm not cheering for no knit man. No grown man.
Moose.
Named Moose.
They say that this match was the match of the night. Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. They say these two was going at it and not a drop of blood was shed between the two men, but they fought hard.
They
did
were
a good job. Javon Evans beat Ethan Page, like they said. Very good. And it was a hard fought battle between the two. And nobody bled. And that's a good job. Nobody bled.
Also, Javon was beaten down by the bootleg Shield.
All the boys came out there and beat him up?
Yep. The
Why?
Start. I have an answer. He was there.
I haven't been watching NXT. I don't know how long, man.
Could have beat up anybody. Why they beat up Javon? That's weird. Y'all ain't beat up Obafemi. He was right there.
You did. Remember, it was the last pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this one. It's the TVPLE. They have nothing to gain by beating up Javon Evans.
They just want
to be got braces. That's why.
Jesus.
The only problem I have with the show is I was in the road. I was in the back, not like far back, but like back enough. But the thing is, there's a lot of people who want to, stand. Like, please sit down. There's a lot of us who want to see, and also some short people can't see. Like,
did you stand on your chair?
Yeah, no, I couldn't because I'm like most people in New York. I'm actually considering respectful.
Most of the time on my chair.
And I was afraid. I don't know how sturdy the chair is, and that part of MSG was.
Fair enough.
And also, I'm not in the mood to go in the hospital again.
I would have been like, y'all in my seat.
And there was other people who don't remember. They even chanted earlier the show saying, "Sit the F down."
Okay.
Yep.
Before the match with Julia and Stephanie, Trick and Eddie Thorpe got into a fight in the ring. And their match is actually scheduled for next week. I thought they were going to have the underground match this week, but it's actually going to be next week. Damn. So there's that. And then Stephanie ended up beating Julia. And Julia is no longer your NXT champion. A short reign for Julia, but I'm sure when she comes back, she'll be able to be champion. They say that Julia is injured right now, and that's why she went. And
I'm surprised there was it's a no contest because I thought it was gonna be a no contest. Because you got Fatal Influence and
I'm sure they'll go after Stephanie after this is all over. Next week she's gonna be crying because she ain't got no championship.
She was crying.
Yeah. You're not very funny. Ethan Page was telling Ricky Saints that we don't like outsiders. Like, bruh, you were an outsider too. Like,
Does he feel like because he been there long enough, he now can call somebody else an outsider? I don't fucking know.
Like, honestly, stop sipping that Delulu juice, okay?
Delulu juice.
We got enough people living in that island.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I had a good time. I met some nice people. The lines were longer to get the merch because we had to go through the whole it was a different way of getting into it, like how I usually get into. We had to go around the shop of MSG. Then we had to take the escalator. We had to go back the area to go get to the front, and then saying, "Oh, there's a lady there saying you have how many people to go," and then the line, and then the line getting to the merch was shorter than getting to than the whole line itself. And then I had to get me a drink because baby, I was not gonna be screaming, parched, and no snacks in me for 2 hours. So I got me a drink. I don't care if it was $7, $8. I needed a drink. I had soda, but still, I'm not trying to go. You know what I mean? Normally, I like to turn up, but I want to watch my show, so I can get turned up whenever I want. Hey, Donnie. Oh, he muted.
He's
Hey,
on
girl.
mute.
Hey. So I had a good time. It was a stress. I thought I was gonna be late. I got there on time. I was able to, enjoy, have a good time, talk shit next to the girl next to me. We were talking mad shit. We were both saying Moose ugly in person that he is on TV.
Well,
It's not talking shit.
watching him
like,
in 4K, so he can't be attractive.
And I was like, "What is that outfit you're wearing?" Something to get him. You need to get him his stylist or his ring gear. Because no, just no. No. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but still. Man, anyways, yeah. I'm here, and now this Wi-Fi won't hate me now. So.
I don't really like.
So, lead the way, Tiff.
Okay.
My bad.
Well, if y'all don't know, if you haven't seen, Indy Hartwell is champ now. She wrestled in her home country of Australia, and she has become a champion. I don't really know which company she a champion in, but I will say that belt was fucking dope.
It suits her.
It's huge.
It do. It's a nice title. She's a champion. It's a nice looking belt at that. So congratulations to you, Indy girl. Enjoy.
Oh, wrong thing.
We love that for her. Now, we done went over roadblocks. Let's take y'all off.
Robot.
Okay.
I'm gonna start calling Roblox that. Robot.
Stop. So I saw on the interwebs that beyond Naomi and Jade Cargill was going back and forth on the internet. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up what they said. I'm gonna post it for y'all in a minute so y'all can see it. But it's gonna take me a little bit because I have to download the little clip. Hopefully, Rikishi ass won't be petty and flag it. But hold tight.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desired.
and losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me.
Rolling 80 wheels and it'll save you. Riding you. Gotta roll over, you gotta give and release. Spread your legs down, down, so I'm going out to eat. Hit the raw sounds when the rock up in your sleep. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
Eclipse. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just bang my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more Purple Rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnets just so they not collecting my specimens down.
Sorry.
Damn.
No.
As soon as we come back.
Hi, Hiram. Happy belated.
Hello. Thank you.
Oh my God, not you.
My Pisces,
All right.
my Pisces twin.
Wow, Kenny.
I'm kidding.
That's nasty, Kenny.
All right. Here's what Rikishi said that sparked these two to be going off on each other.
Trent's been through a lot. She's not a rookie in the game. And you can rest assured, if she's a part of this family here, 100% we backing her up. 100%. The wrong thing that Jade has done was put her hands on my daughter-in-law. That right there, my respect as far as for Jade, until I hear further of explanation of why did this even go that far, then I can possibly forgive her, maybe. But for the time being, you tried to take out one of my kids, my daughter-in-law.
Okay.
Could I just say something really quick? Really quick. Okay, so if this isn't like character, okay, that's fine. But me just thinking about Total Divas when he wasn't there for the wedding.
Girl.
Who wasn't even trying to claim her.
Okay, so I think this is in character because otherwise we could say a lot about Rikishi, but we're just gonna leave it at this is in character. And if we're being fair, your daughter did push this girl off of a fucking loading dock and onto a car.
I told y'all she pushed that bitch.
So you can't really be mad at her putting her hands on Naomi when Naomi put her hands on her first. That's all I'm saying.
You know they don't want to hear that.
I think Donnie's asleep. Donnie, you sleep?
No, I'm still here.
I'm about to say. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, like, low key, this sounds very delusional.
She had that ass whooping coming.
I mean, with all disrespect, yes. Like, you can't push somebody off of a loading dock and be like, "Ooh, don't put your hands on me." What? What? No, babe, it doesn't work like that.
You tap me.
Then let me get the right one up so I can make sure y'all see what I'm seeing. Jade's response to it was, "I don't give a damn. Your daughter was dead wrong, and she's gonna get everything coming to her bitch ass." she So Trinity, Naomi was like, "I might have been dead wrong, but you are almost dead." She said you was almost dead. Don't ever tweet my pops again. She said, Jenny was like, "Too bad you didn't finish the job. Remember this when I'm stomping your ass out again." To be honest, she said, "But to be honest, fuck you and him."
Yeah.
And Bianca's in the middle.
So, Jay posted that she was that bitch. She said, "I am that bitch." And then Trinity said, "Yeah, you are a bitch."
It's funny.
And Naomi being just the pettiest queen that she could be. She changed her profile picture to Jay being out on this car.
I saw that on IG.
I said, "Ma'am, girl." He said he sounded like he was 2.5 seconds away from sleep. It's possible. Don sometimes can't help it. That's why I asked if he was asleep. I was gonna let him go ahead and rest if he was asleep.
That's a working man.
He is. They in there. I mean, they going at it.
Not where's our truth when you need him.
That's some shit I would do. That's crazy. So the girls is fighting. I'm gonna post this on my Instagram later, but the girls is fighting. Hopefully, we'll see some get back because Naomi done got her ass stomped out twice. So she did shit. So she about due.
I heard a rumor.
She about due for some get back, but I'm telling you, she gonna need some help.
Yeah, that's the rumor. That's what I said. I saw that that's the rumor that she's gonna enlist Jakara and Lash to help her because she may be.
I said that from the very beginning. Like you should have had them in tow Friday when you was out there talking shit. You knew that shit was gonna go left with Bianca. You should have called them then. I'm not finna get my ass whooped for a second time. You might get my ass the first time because I didn't know you was coming. But this time I saw your ass. I had my back up right here. You could at least gave us some get back. Shit. Did you at least punch the bitch? Shit. What's wrong with you?
Not did you at least pinch her?
You know, ass whoop like that.
You know she couldn't pinch her with that neck brace on.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
She took it off.
Oh, damn. Well then.
Took it off in the midst of her tantrum.
Yes, in the midst of her fight, hollering and screaming at Bianca, she snatched it off.
Yo, that reminds me. I gotta send y'all some later.
I can't.
And
Now,
I wish Superstar harder.
CJ Perry and Miro, aka Lana and Rusev, they done renewed their vows. They done got back together, child, after they done got a divorce or got separated. They done decided that they didn't want to do that and that they came together. It seemed like both of them leaving AEW was the catalyst to pull them back together.
Oh, wow.
We love that for y'all.
Good for you. Good luck and Godspeed.
Now, a lot of them want to come back to WWE, and I said, wait now, wait.
Really quick,
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. So here's the thing. No. No. No.
Like,
The reason why I say that is not because I don't think they could find anything for Lana or for Rusev, to be honest with you, or Miro, as he likes to be called. But see, the problem with WWE in the past is that they always are gaining contracts that they literally cannot use. And y'all got a whole sea of PC performance people, as well as Evolve people and NXT people that could very well do the job that you are hiring somebody who you have to pay 10 times more to do. Okay? Just stick with me. Okay? You want a valet? Pull one of them girls from NXT or from Evolve to be a valet for somebody else. You do not have to go and grab Lana, where you probably would have to pay her the base contract of like $300,000.
Here's $500 and a hot dog.
That's not what I'm saying. She's saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, now I'm not saying you have to lowball your NXT people, and we all know that the base contracts for WWE vary by the superstar and how it's negotiated. I'm just saying that maybe if you want to start having superstars that are in-house grown superstars, then use those in-house grown superstars. You already have a very vast roster with who's on the current main roster, as well as who you can pull from NXT. You do not need to pull anybody else from AEW. At bare minimum, the only other person or people I want to see back in WWE is Aleister Black, Samoa Joe before he retires, Buddy Murphy, and Tony Storm.
I feel like they dropped the ball with Buddy Murphy and WWE first time.
That's it. That's all. I am so serious. It's no shade to Willow. I love Willow, but I just don't think that Triple H would use her properly.
Who the fuck is Willow?
Willow Nightingale.
Who the
Girl.
fuck is that?
Google it, babes. Google.
Who are you?
Google it. I love Willow, but I just don't think that she's going to be used properly on the main roster. She would do well in NXT, in my opinion, but I wouldn't pull her, and that's only because I don't believe in Triple H and his ability to use her.
Who are these people?
Oh, am I like the last one? The last person I would pull back is Adam Cole, because I feel like Cole needs to go back home. He need to go back home, babe. You gotta go back home. You gotta go back home because you just need to go back home. You need to go back home. It's the only way I can explain it. It's not working too well for you in AEW, and I don't mean it to be disrespectful. I mean it looking at the trajectory. And while yes, you got injured, it just seemed like your booking is all over the place. Like nobody really knows what to do with you. Like you were on AEW Revolution, but you were in a feud with Shane Taylor Promotions, and even that didn't really get you hyped because it was like that was more of a Ring of Honor feud that they put on AEW Revolution.
What fucking color is that? That doesn't make sense.
Which I thought was strange. Like, doesn't Ring of Honor have PLEs? Why not have that as a strong PLE feud for Ring of Honor?
What the fuck?
Maybe I'm fucking crazy. I don't know.
Just a tiny bit. But that's what they get for signing contracts for not reading the small print.
I can't with you. Cole seems like he's drowning in the storyline department. That seems to be the case with a lot of people, if we're being honest. But I'm just gonna say good luck and Godspeed.
Oh, it's two different things. Wow.
But yeah, I don't need them to sign CJ Perry or Miro. Let them run on the indie circuit for a while, like Maria and her husband did. You know, they was on the indie circuit, cutting up, showing titties and shit. Do that.
What?
They was Maria Kanellis and her husband. Child, she was out there. She would distract people by showing off her cleavage, bending over on the edge of the rope. Child,
Don't nobody want to see that.
They was doing the most, honey.
I wonder if they're gonna want to see that, or her thesis on women's wrestling she been trying to tell about.
Well, she ain't wrote that.
Don't nobody want to see that either. Once she tweeted that originally,
I wanted to see it. I've been begging to see it for the last 10 years. The whole ain't
y'all
put
know
it
she wasn't gonna be talking about nothing.
She was. She had her tittles out and everything. They was doing the most, honey.
Disgusting.
Rico said, check the 2K chat.
Not for nothing. The 2K. I know I said I wasn't gonna listen to the soundtrack, but it's actually pretty decent, if I must say so myself. What the fuck? Oh, Def Rebel.
Y'all could go straight to hell.
What is it? Of course, you know I got an iPhone, so I can't. My old iPhone, so
I don't like it. I hope that's a joke. I hope that is a joke. I really do. I don't want to see that. I mean, that just ruined my damn mood. It's the whole fucking song, Rico.
what
The whole
fuck?
song is terrible.
What the fuck was that? That shit sounded like a fucking migraine.
They always find some kind of way to clown Naomi. It's like they be doing that shit on purpose, bitch.
I'm sorry, I laughed because I thought it was funny.
Damn. Why when they fuck up the hardest, it be with Naomi shit? That can't be real. It's not real. I don't believe it. It's fake.
That's funny as shit. I'm sorry.
It's fake. It's fake.
Cause what?
Watch Friday, she come out there and ask me this song. I'm like, this is some bullshit. So, lastly, we got Stephanie McMahon's ESPN series. You got Stephanie's Places. Stephanie Places starts, I want to say it starts March 26th, or if they haven't already started, because I don't remember it premiering yet. March 26th, she's going to be talking to CM Punk. On April 2nd, she's going to be talking to Cody Rhodes. On the 9th of April, she's going to talk to Rhea Ripley. 16th, she's got Stone Cold Steve Austin. The 23rd, she's got none other than the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Roman Reigns is on the 30th. And then they take a break. May 7th, she's got Pat McAfee. May 14th, she's got The Undertaker. May 21st, she's got Triple H. And of course, May 28th, she has none other than John Cena. So John Cena's episode is going to air after he wins or loses the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. This is going to be very interesting.
Loser. Wait, I feel like they should have workshopped that name a little bit more.
Ooh.
Oh.
Snoring.
I feel like they could have did Sipping with Steph. Stephanie's Places just feels very... It's a lot.
Yeah, that was Donnie. He was out. He's out like a light.
I think it's too casual.
That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. That's what she chose. We're gonna let her live her best life.
I'm gonna allow it.
Now I don't know what they're gonna do with these damn tag team titles. I don't know what they plan on doing.
What?
But they ain't figured out these tag team titles yet. Okay. Now Raquel done won the right to challenge Lyra Valkyria for her Intercontinental Championship. I don't know when she planned on challenging her.
They ain't gonna win it anyway.
They didn't say. They didn't say. I mean, I would want to do one with my husband too. He is the face and CEO of WWE. I'm gonna sit down with my husband too. That's good rating. The
He's
fuck?
the what?
Triple H.
No, he's the what?
The face of WWE.
Oh, I thought you said Boston CEO.
No, I did not say that. You know damn well I can't stand Boston CEO stupid ass. Come on, screen. You're one of our elite employees.
Love it. Love every single of it.
I hate that bitch. Well, they ain't got no teams.
Isn't there a rumor that Bliss and Cross about to reunite and they take the tag titles on Mania?
That's the rumor. I wish they would hurry up. We do not have all day.
Ooh, my ear itches.
Okay. So we don't know what Cobra Back and Big Mouth gonna do.
Oh, Cobra Back is just
But
terrible.
they'll figure it out, I guess.
Did anyone notice that smile when Finn hugged him about getting the IC title match? That I smell something devious about to happen.
Yeah, like Finn ain't gonna win.
Or Dom's gonna cost him that title.
I wouldn't cost him nothing. He gonna lose naturally on his own.
I mean,
yeah, he gonna lose. I know he gonna. Yeah, he gonna lose. All right.
It's gotta be a decent story, Rico. Like he ain't built no story. I can understand if he started a story. He ain't did nothing. Shit.
Rico.
This bald-headed ass get on my nerves sometimes.
Oh, come on.
Just get to 100 already, please.
Okay, so we got WrestleMania card. It's got 4 matches set for right now. We got John Cena going up against Cody Rhodes. We got Bianca possibly facing off against Rhea as well with Io Sky. And we got Gunther and Jey Uso. We got Charlotte and Tiffany. And we probably going to get a triple threat with Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. If I was CM Punk, I'd be on SmackDown in Barcelona.
I think Charlotte's going to lose.
Well, if she do, I don't care.
Tiffany need to get some get back because she's getting owned. I get it. It's she needs to be humble, but like, damn.
She don't need nothing. She need to keep getting her ass whooped to WrestleMania and lose. That's what I want, but they ain't gonna do it my way.
Get your ass beat.
What preliminary work is he doing? He ain't did nothing. He ain't showed us nothing. We ain't seen nothing. He ain't did nothing. Shit. Preliminary work.
Who's doing that?
Oh, shut up, Rico. You get on my damn nerves. you just be saying shit just to start. With your petty ass.
No, he doesn't.
All right. John Cena is supposed to show up on Monday Night Raw for the next 3 shows. So he's supposed to be there March 17th, March 24th, and March 31st. All of those dates are Monday dates. He will not be on SmackDown in any capacity. He is only going to show up on Monday Night Raw. This next Monday coming is going to be on at 3 in the afternoon.
That's crazy.
Because they're going to be overseas. The show is 8 o'clock their time, but 3 o'clock our time. And because it's Netflix, they are not going to put the taped show up. They're going to live stream it as is. And you can either watch the replay or watch it live. But for the next couple of weeks, they're going to be live streaming these Raws at 3 p.m.
Baby, I
okay.
Oh, God.
Now, I don't know exactly what they're going to do for the PLEs that are gonna, I mean, the TV shows that are over on SmackDown, because those come on network TV. So I assume that those will be either pre-recorded, because there's no way for them to live stream it to us unless they live streaming it in the afternoon as well. But they did not make that announcement, so I assume SmackDown is going to go off as normal, and we will watch it or as normal. But it's probably gonna be pre-taped for us, if that makes sense. But yeah, all of these shows for the next 3 weeks are going to be live streamed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Please remember that. So don't be yelling at me.
Well,
Don't
we
be
go
yelling at
live.
me,
I'm
because
working.
I'm not gonna go live. It's gonna be like a 2.5 hour show, and I want me to go live, and I have to go live at my regular time to keep my schedule over here on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have content up on my Instagram. So don't be yelling at me talking about I'm spoiling stuff. You didn't get the chance to watch it. Don't get mad at me for that. I work from home. So fuck y'all.
I'm gonna tell her now. I'm leaving straight after work on Monday.
I'll
I work
be
from
out.
home.
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. I work from home, so I'm gonna be posting around that time. I'm not gonna go live on YouTube right after the show goes off. I'll go live on YouTube later on in the night, somewhere around 10-15, like I would normally do any other time that we would watch Monday Night Raw. It's 3 hours. They go about 2.5, so they're about 2.5 hours in. So I'll be live at around 10. I might even go live at 8, just to give myself a buffer, give y'all a quick rundown of what happened, and then go ahead and go to bed, child.
I
But
can't
yeah,
go to bed early.
yeah.
But I think I've been having insomnia lately. Can't sleep.
No, I think Queen Charlotte is losing too. Okay.
Who said that?
Jay did. I think there's a reason we only remember Rhea versus Charlotte for the match, because the story sucked.
What?
Well, there was nothing else to build on with their story in that match, Rico. What else did you want from them?
That was a pretty good fucking match.
The match was insane. But they had already went through all of the bullshit between the two of them. They had already fought. They had already called each other out. They had already been in each other's business. Like, that was a culmination of Rhea Ripley finally being able to beat somebody who she's been compared to for years. There was no story there other than Rhea coming up over Charlotte Flair, which is what she did. Just because you weren't interested doesn't mean the story sucked. Not you'll be up. It's gonna be in the middle of the day. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 p.m. I would imagine you would be awake. You gonna be asleep at 3 p.m.?
Yes.
If I take an 8-hour shift, sometimes I take a nap as soon as I get home. But that's just me.
She told me to shut up.
Well, not for nothing, but the build-up for the women's matches leading up to Mania has sucked for the last few years. What matches you talking about? Because they only have 2. Except for Bianca and them's big 3 moment at the last match. But they only have like 2 women's matches on the whole card. So
wait, which show are we talking about? Like Mania or
yeah. Usually it involved the belts. So let's talk about it.
Hairstyle that is
what was that last year? Last year we had the big 3 versus, what was it? The rest of Damage Control that they went up against?
I believe.
It was Asuka, Dakota, and Kari against the big 3.
It was the rest of Damage Control, while Io went up against Bailey for the championship. Bailey's story with Io was actually pretty decent. It was just people were not interested in it as much as they should have been, and I don't think they leaned into their story as much as they could have. It was quite rushed, I think, for Bailey and Io Sky, but I don't think it was a bad story. I just think it needed more time to flush it out. As far as Bianca, Jade, and Naomi is concerned, going up against Damage Control, I think that was a seat filler match. Wasn't a bad match. Wasn't a bad feud. It really wasn't a feud. It was more like Bianca had been in a storyline with Damage Control for the last 30 goddamn years.
It felt like a lifetime, like 84
And she was
years.
trying to get out. And them hoes was like, we got a time slot. Okay, well, let's just put Damage Control on the card and we'll give Jade a moment. That was meant for her. Again, it wasn't a bad storyline. It was just rushed. Could have been done better if they had flushed it out better. As far as what was the other one? It was Becky and Rhea at Mania.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with Becky and Rhea's feud at Mania. I thought it was worth it.
Why
It gave
don't I
Rhea
remember that?
It gave Rhea a win. She won. It was a good match, and Becky was sick that match, so it was good.
And Rhea had anxiety during that match too.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad feud either. It was pretty solid. They gave them time to build theirs. It was pretty solid. And then you had, like I said, you had Io versus Bailey. They weren't bad feuds though. I don't think the feud sucked leading up to Mania, and all of those matches were fairly decent compared to some of the other one-off matches that we had with the men that we didn't need, like Rey Mysterio.
Oh, hang it up, please.
Like, we didn't need to see Rey Mysterio, but his ass was in a match. They had a whole match for him, booked his slot, had him out there with Jason. What the fuck is his name? The football player. Hey, baby. Baby, what's the football player's name?
Oh, Jason Kelsey.
Was it Kelsey?
Jason Kelsey? Yeah.
It was Jason Kelsey, and I think Lance,
the better Kelsey brother.
About the Lance.
It was
Johnson.
Lance
Johnson.
From the Eagles. And what was the other dude's name? That name was Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson.
That's his name. Lane Johnson.
I didn't watch football,
Jason
but I knew
Kelsey
that.
was out there, and we had to suffer through that.
Oh shit, that's kind
It was a nice little cute moment, but no. And we had that. So, I mean, the year prior, what was that? WrestleMania
39.
39.
It wasn't a match between him and Dom. It was a public spanking.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the match card. Period.
Oh, it was. I think it was in L.A. at the one that Inglewood that stadium. I forgot what the arena called.
No, it was in LA. It's SoFi Stadium. That ain't what I was talking about. I was talking about the match card. Period.
Oh, it's too many. I forgot. That's too many.
Let's see.
So the tag titles were not defended. No. I throw in the towel. I forgot.
Okay, so we had a 6-woman tag team match against Damage Control.
I'm starting to remember because what?
First night, Rhea Ripley beat Charlotte Flair by pinfall. This was the match that she won to become champion. This also was the same night that Pat McAfee went up against The Miz. This was an impromptu match too. It wasn't supposed to be on the card. It just happened. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat the Usos for the tag team championships that night. Brock Lesnar beat Omos in the match. I don't even remember that.
I vaguely do, but I mean, let's be real.
We had a WrestleMania Women's Showcase with Shayna Baszler and Ronda beating Liv Morgan, Raquel, Natalya, Shotzi, Chelsea, and Sonya Deville
Isn't
by
that when Shayna
submission.
turned on Ronda?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this match also was Bianca facing off against Asuka. That actually was a good feud and a good match. I forgot about that. That match was 16 minutes. Wow.
Damn.
Okay, it's
Ooh.
okay, it's 11 o'clock. That means I gotta wash my face. BRB.
Okay. Edge had them had a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania.
Let me tell you how unimportant.
Why did I think that was? I thought that was at. Why did I think that? Why did I think this wasn't at Mania?
I don't know.
Damn, that's like a fucking fever dream. Jesus. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. The stories usually have something going on, but the booking leading up to Mania is usually lackluster. The women's matches for Hollywood and Philly all weren't handled the best. Hollywood had that big women's tag team match. I didn't care for any of that. But like I said, I think that oh Lord. Lamar is asleep. He's sleeping his ass off. That's how Marjorie be when he come in here.
He said he's sleeping his ass off, bro. Shut the fuck up.
He is. In there going out. That's how Marjorie be when he come in here. I'm starting to believe that Marjorie come in here just so he can go to sleep.
Hear his white noise.
I don't remember none of that shit.
Ooh, I could come in.
I remember Brock suplex and Omos. I don't remember none of that shit. None of it. Any hoosies. We got stuff to look forward to on Monday. Sir.
Whose coat is this?
That's why when talking about Shar versus Tiffany not giving or how they waited too long for Jade and Naomi, I'm seeing that we've been here before. Personally, Charlotte and Tiffany's match don't have no substance to it. I don't think it ever would either way. You're dealing with two people who are too much alike. And quite frankly, I know that the reality of having Tiffany face off against Charlotte was a fun idea. And in hindsight, Tiffany should have been, she still should be arrogant and pompous going into this. And that's the only way that would work. And the reason why I don't is because they didn't fully switch Tiffany over to being a face like they should have. They just kind of let her lean into it. There was no definitive change in her. She's still Tiffany Stratton. She's still running around screaming Tiffy time every 2 seconds. There's nothing that suggests for us to pay attention to it. Charlotte is doing her job. Charlotte is being Charlotte, which is fair. She doesn't have to go too far, but people not interested because people are more interested in what's going on with Rhea, Io, and Bianca. People are more interested, whether you believe it or not, people are more interested in what could possibly happen with Jade Cargill and Naomi. And I think that eventually they will ramp things up with Naomi and Jade so that it does work. But here's the thing. The only thing I wanted them to do is to set this up better so that the reveal of the attacker would have had a little bit more punch. The problem is they waited it out. They pulled it out just a little bit too long. And it caused people to be like, well, we kind of knew that she was the attacker, right? They didn't swerve us enough. If that makes sense.
I wasn't swerved.
Those are things that are little bitty, little bitty nooks and crannies here where you're just like, okay, like they should have released a video of somebody wearing a hoodie pushing the girl, similar to the way they did Carlito when Carlito was the one who attacked Dragon Lee. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they did it. They tried to do it this way so that it could drag out more and it would give them more time. But they didn't. They didn't do enough in between here to give it that oomph to rev it up. I don't think the storyline sucked though. I think that's being a little unfair because when you look at the men's side of things, John Cena facing off against Austin Theory was trash. Omos going up against Brock Lesnar was trash. Okay. Bringing the Miz into a match sight unseen was trash. They had Stone Cold. There was a year that Stone Cold Steve Austin was in 2 matches. He took up like the last 15 minutes of the show. Wrestled Pat McAfee, stunned him. Wrestled Vince. Wrestled Kevin Owens.
Yo, I'll never forget that fucking
In the main
stunt.
event.
That
It was the main
so
event. It was
fucking
trash.
funny when he
If you
started.
if you
It
the
was a
reason why
KO show.
I'm not saying that Rico's entirely wrong, right? Because he does have some validity to his argument. My only problem is that when it comes to the women, everybody is very, 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 very critical. It doesn't give them any room to breathe or make mistakes. It's got to be perfect right out the gate. Now, I'm making suggestions because people were having arguments like, well, she didn't get no pop, so she's boring. That's the reason why she didn't get no pop.
That's crazy.
No, the reason why she didn't get no pop when they announced it is because half the people already assumed she did it anyway. Mostly everybody said that Naomi did the shit.
I told y'all.
Everybody. If it wasn't Naomi, we was all accusing Bianca. All of us was accusing one of them. So, given that we get to the end and we find out it was Naomi, it was a bit of an underwhelming shock. What they should have did was had Naomi. You gotta give it some more fire. You gotta put some more wood in there and put some kerosene on that bitch and blow this shit up. That's what they should have did. But Triple H is the kind of guy, he like to feed you real slow. He got to pull airplanes and shit. He got to ask you if you like the choo-choo train. Bitch, give me my SpaghettiOs. I don't want the extra. Just give me my motherfucking SpaghettiOs so I can go ahead and take my nap. I don't want that. You have to do like a little kid and knock all this shit on the floor. What? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he wrong, but I'm saying compared to what we've seen on the men's side and how they just throw shit together for the men, you know what I'm saying? It ain't right. The men don't get the same criticisms that the women get. The men get thrown into these goddamn matches and they get to be seen on TV on Mania. They get their Mania check and they go home. The women, however, are subjected to a lot of heavy criticism when it comes to their feuds and it comes to how the booking of their feuds come. And usually the criticism does go fall on the booking, but a lot of times the what we hear is the women's feuds suck. Their feuds suck. The only thing you cared about was the matches. And then once that gets back to the WWE, all they see is the women's feuds suck. Matches are good, but the feuds suck. I'm not watching that. That's all they see. That's all they hear. They don't have no nuance. They are very one-trick ponies. They're just is it good or not? Just say yes, bitch. Just tell them yes.
No.
Great. It's great. I'm not critical of the women. My gripe has always been that their lack of resources. Bayley versus EO could have been an amazing story if they had given it more time and more segments. The women are always going to do the best with what they are given, and the men getting shit thrown together. I also have a gripe with that because they add all this shit when they could give time and resources to the women. Okay.
My gripe is with. What the hell was that? I do not like that option for the face template. That is scary. It's
What face
given. It's the one where it's given the dude from Harry Potter, and he doesn't have a nose, and he's just evil.
Oh, Voldemort, the Voldemort face template. Man,
I don't really like that. That's
For
scary.
instance, Cody being on both shows, and that could have been women in that spot.
Mm, mm, mm,
I'll tell you why Cody was on both shows. Okay. Cody Rhodes at the time was the biggest thing going in WWE. He still is. There is no shade to any of the women, but none of them, and
Shade.
I mean this with sincerity in my heart. None of them would have drawn the numbers that Cody Rhodes, The Rock, Roman, and Seth Rollins did on night 1 or what they did on night 2.
Wow.
They just wouldn't have. That's not no disrespect to them and no shade, because you could have booked anybody who is at the top of the mountain in the women's division right now for that match on that Monday, on that first night, and they still would not have done the numbers that those 4 men did. That's just facts. I don't care how many Trish Stratus you bring back, how many leaders you bring in there. I don't give a damn. None of them would have been able to do half of what they did. So while yes, you could theoretically put somebody else in that slot, you are not going to have the same numbers. This is where you have to go into a business strategy mindset, right? The reason why WWE does a lot of the things that they do is because a lot of their audience, their core audience, is men. Women make up 49%. I'm going to tell you the facts. Women make up 49% of their audience watching the show. The rest of that is men.
That's why.
So they cater their audience by the majority, and we get what we get, but they do focus on the women who gain or who pull the most views. Who is that? Well, think about it. Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez is hanging on by a fucking coochie hair at this point.
Don't nobody cut on TV and say, man, I want to see a Raquel match. Let's be real.
You got Bailey, Becky Lynch. Okay. If we head over to NXT, almost that whole locker room, from Julia to Stephanie to Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Jada Parker, Kaylani Jordan, okay, JC Jane, Fallon, Sol Ruka, Zarya. Okay. The difference in all of this is you want to compare stats. You think about Roman Reigns and where he is. Roman Reigns is literally about to release a sneaker with Jordan Brand next year.
That's wild.
Roman Reigns is about to have his own sneaker with Jordan Brand next year.
Is he the first one to ever have that?
He is the first WWE superstar to have a Jordan Brand sneaker. He is the first.
What are they gonna call him?
They're gonna be Bloodlines. They're gonna be called Bloodlines.
Oh, they ain't gonna be pricey as hell.
Girl, they're Jordans, baby. They're not gonna be $5. They're gonna be expensive. Because even he gets some of the most exclusive shoes. Monday he had on the brick by brick Jordans, and those are exclusives. You have to have some coin to be able to get them shoes and a lot of pull.
Okay? He said, do you know who I am?
That's pretty much what he did. Mm-hmm. Tribal Chief want them shoes. Got you. Okay. Tribal Chief got them shoes. He got them damn shoes. So here's my thing. When you build a star, right, and you look at their star power and where they could possibly go, in the society we live in the world we live in, I hate to tell you this, but a woman is only going to go so far as a man will let her. Well, and as much as people want to believe that all we need is time to build them up and make them great, they'll be great, but they still ain't going to reach the pinnacle of what her male counterparts will be, because there's a ceiling for us. I'm just telling you the truth. We need to be realistic. I'm not saying that they can't break that ceiling eventually. I'm not saying that will never happen. I'm saying that there is a ceiling.
They must not have met me.
So you You look at the women on the roster right now who are at the top of the mountain. That's Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Scott can be included in there, as well as Charlotte. Tiffany could be making her way up there very soon. Okay, and Alexa Bliss. These are your top girls. Some of these girls were already there before we saw Bianca and Rhea come in and rise up, like Bliss, like Charlotte. They came in around the same time. Okay. They're on the roster now, but they didn't have the media success that Roman has. But even Charlotte was a multi-time champion before Roman was able to get his second or third title. Charlotte was rolling in championships by then.
She said, "Hold my beer."
She was an established heel by the time Roman got to his trajectory. And even then, Charlotte had been rolling ever since. She still has not reached the level of superstardom that Roman Reigns has. Doesn't mean she won't get there. Just means that she hasn't gotten there yet. So she doesn't have the same kind of pull that, say, a Roman would have, or even a Rock would have. Roman got similar fucking pull to what Rock got at this point. I mean, it's nuts. I also believe that, yes, business decisions are important, but you should not sacrifice other aspects and divisions to make those decisions. I'm going to tell you why they do that. We can have the big money maker matches. I'm fine with those because I know I am part of a more niche audience, but they bloat those stories and make their matches and segments longer than they need to be. And it takes away from everything else happening. At the end of the day, they're making money, Rico. It's not about you and what you want or about me and what I want. If that was the case, they would be making matches that you want to see, that the niche audience would want to see as well. They do not. They're going to do what sells. They're going to do what gives them the numbers. When you're on social media and you're looking at the videos and the ones that get the highest reactions, like right now, John Cena's video of him turning on Cody got millions of views, almost at 1 billion. That's what matters to them. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is a rat race and it sucks. It's not about people getting opportunities, people winning championships. It's about what makes WWE money, what makes them go round. The storyline comes second, and then opportunities and championships come third.
Sorry.
They're always going to operate as a business first. And in business, sacrifices have to be made.
Yo, can I tell you what I saw? Apparently, with him being healed, John Cena's gonna go bald for this. Please don't, sir.
I hope we do.
No.
Yeah.
Now I'm really gonna look at him like he's old.
Yeah.
He's old.
Yeah.
Kenny is old.
He is not that old. That man is like
Yes, he
You
is.
might as well cut it. He's already balding.
He already bald in the top of his head,
right
Kenny.
now. How old is John Cena? He is not
47.
Almost
damn,
50.
You got me there. You're almost 100. All right.
Not almost 100.
That's a milestone. A lot of people don't make it.
Why you don't want him to go bald?
Because then it's really real. I don't know, man.
Girl, it's been real.
Fucking cameras.
I don't think they're undercutting their money when they're $1 billion company, Rico.
Who done looked down up?
I ain't saying you wrong. But you ain't entirely right either. I don't think they were losing any money. I don't think they're losing any money. Are they losing opportunities for the women? Yes. Yes, they are. Are they missing on opportunities to expand on their women's division and build out better stars?
What?
Better rivalries, better feuds, and strengthen the integrity of those championships? Yes. Yes, they are, but money, they ain't losing no money.
You know, if your right hand itches, that means you're losing money.
Now when you got $1 billion deals with Netflix, still got money coming in from Peacock, bitch.
Man, fuck Peacock.
They ain't undercutting no money. But we all still watching, child.
Unfortunately.
As fucked up as it is, we are still watching.
What the fuck? Wrong one, damn.
I understand what you're saying in regards to business, but I believe that we as fans should always demand better when we know we can do better. You also like to argue. You also like to argue, babe. A lot. I have said many times that you're not wrong. There are some valid points that you're making, but you won't let it be where it is. It has to continue to keep going.
They can really get rid of that eye makeup look. I don't like that one.
I'm not asking you to accept anything.
It's my money and I need it now.
You don't have to if you don't want to. If they're doing something that you don't like, it's not my place to tell you what you shouldn't like. I'm just explaining it so it can be better understood. That's all. Because usually what you're talking about is not even about the people on the roster, and it's not even about the people that are booking it. It's all about money. It all goes back to who is going to get them the most eyes, who's going to get me the biggest payout. And I'm sorry, as much as you love Alba Fire, right now she ain't it. She might be.
That's a shame.
In a couple weeks.
What?
Now that she's Chelsea's henchman.
Oh my god, seriously?
From Citizen High to Citizen Low. Because I will be the harbinger of change. Oh, baby. You rah-rah and go-go. Okay? I shall be vindicated. You shall. You shall overcome, honey.
Amen.
I'm going to sit in my rocking chair.
Pink Pony Club.
And get my chili cheese Fritos. And yell at the TV like I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I don't know what case you had. You didn't have no case, baby. Fritos Groves. You don't like Fritos?
I haven't had Fritos in years.
Rico, baby, you was eating squid ink in a can. Okay?
Wait,
Frito
what?
pie? Yeah, I never had Frito pie. Oh my god.
Don't start with me.
Excuse
Your
me?
ass was eating squid in a can. Okay? You
Frito
can't talk
pie?
about me.
And Frito pie? Where have I been?
What?
Frito pie. You get some Fritos. You get some chili. You pour some chili on top of the Fritos. You add cheese, jalapeno.
Bitch, a walking taco.
That is called a Frito pie.
I never heard of that.
It's called a Frito pie and a walking taco when they use Doritos. But yeah,
it's a walking taco. Like Tiff said, it's a walking taco when you use Doritos.
I'm telling you,
Don't piss me
we
off.
call it Frito pie up here.
Options.
It's good. What are you talking about?
It is good when you hungry.
You get chili or you get taco meat. You put it in there in the bag. You put lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, I don't.
Or you put pico de gallo on there. Put you some sour cream and some taco sauce. Get you a fork, bitch.
It's like with the Frito pie, get you a little hot sauce on that. Ooh.
Y'all got a recipe?
Girl, you can Google a Frito pie. It's easy. You can use canned
just get
chili
some
for that.
get Frito, get some chili, Have some jalapenos. Have some cheese.
Mhm.
This is so.
Big one.
Have
I
some
need
hot
is
sauce.
toppings.
I
You
haven't
really
cooked.
don't need that much. All you need is some
We
chips
said
and
I
some
was
chili.
famished, and that's all I had. I will continue to starve. You better eat the damn
Who
Fritos.
said that? Was that Rico?
Rico said that shit.
That's funny.
Speakers, I have not cooked or baked in weeks since because it was my birthday week and I wanted to give myself a break to celebrate
You better
me.
eat some damn Fritos, Rico. Shut the fuck up. Eat Fritos,
Fritos are
dang.
so salty.
Talking about my damn Fritos.
I don't
Rude ass.
We love Fritos over here. I don't know about y'all.
Fritos good.
Y'all are about the only two then, because
Rico is just being Rico, honey.
Especially in the hot Fritos. Oh my god.
ew.
Hot
He
Fritos.
said, I tried with Fritos. I did. I could not. What were you eating? Regular ass Fritos? You don't eat regular Fritos when that variety box is all out and you ain't got no more chips in there.
I just give them like that.
Or you make you a walking taco or a Frito pie. It's so good.
I feel like
It's the same with goldfish and cheese. Now wait a minute now. You ain't
I
finna talk
can agree
about
with
the
the
cheeses.
goldfish.
what?
I love cheeses.
Have you tried the white cheddar ones?
Mm-hmm.
Those
They're
are
both
disgusting.
good. They have in my job at Snacks.
Excuse you, Hiram.
You ever tried a
That's what I
jalapeno
said.
one?
Rude.
Those are disgusting.
What did Hiram say?
Who made it, Rico? Because I feel like somebody of the pale variety made it and it was nasty.
The pale variety. Wow.
See, last time I answered that question, my nana got clowned on. You might not want to answer that. Or some spaghetti.
You the one who
Spaghetti
said
and
his
chips.
nana can't cook. I didn't say that.
No, you said that.
He said that.
You.
I didn't say that shit.
Damn.
Hiram said that.
Pull up the tip. Pull up the clip. Pull it up.
Hiram said his nana can't cook. I said,
Pull
well,
up the clip. Because I did not say that.
yes, you did.
I did not say that.
You said it was nasty. And I said, well, she must can't cook then.
I did not say that. I just say those two do not go together. Fish and spaghetti do not go together.
Fish and spaghetti?
Fish and spaghetti does go together. We're not having this
Oh
argument.
my god.
I can't have
I
it. So,
can't.
so it might be
Two separate entrees.
Like this debate.
Can't
Yeah,
have
I
it.
tried it multiple times and I do not like them. I try everything at least 3 times before I determine I don't like it. Fair enough. Hi, B. Jeffers. Hey, I'm not picky. There are just specific things I don't like. Hiram is a mess. I'll tell you that.
I am not.
Because they don't know how to be quiet, B. Jeffers. Hiram the one who brought it up because I said that his nana can't cook. But he said it.
See?
He the one who suggested it. I just said it for him.
Yeah.
You asked me who cooked. I said, you asked me who cooked it. I said, my nana. You said, oh, well, your nana can't cook then. And I was just appalled.
Oh, my name. I wouldn't lie to say it was good.
I don't even know Paul.
Hiram said the shit. I just made sure it was said properly so people would understand.
And then I said, I don't care if Patti LaBelle or Jesus make it himself. I'm not eating it.
You crazy as hell. I don't eat anything.
Baby, in this recession, your ass better or you're gonna starve.
Guys, that's what happened with me.
But if I make some damn fish and spaghetti and you motherfuckers come to my house talking about I'm not eating that, you're gonna get the hell out.
I'll eat the fish.
You gonna get your ass out of my house. Come on, you ain't gonna eat.
Well, you can have a choice. I can't. I am allergic, so I can't have it. I'm more of a chicken.
That's an exception, Kayla. Obviously. If you're allergic, I'm not gonna feed you something you're allergic to. I ain't trying to kill you.
Yeah, because y'all need me in this lifetime. It'll be boring without me.
What? Fair.
But we're not gonna talk about that time because I had moments in life I didn't think that. But now I'm alive. Well, I'm still talking that bullshit, but I don't care. I ain't hurt nobody's feelings yet.
Fair enough. Rico says so. Most of the artificial cheese snacks leave a bad aftertaste, a la cheeses, goldfish, and Cheetos. I love cheeses. I don't get a bad aftertaste from them. I love cheeses.
I feel like as I get older though, now like chocolate, I gotta be in the mood for that shit because I just think
I'm stuff can get like too sweet for me, but even though I'm a sweets person, but as
I don't even drink lemonade like that really.
What?
I drink lemonade when I have a sore throat, and that's probably
crazy. Why the fuck?
Why do you
drink lemonade when you got a sore throat?
It helps soothe your throat.
Why aren't you drinking tea
with some honey?
Lemonade is also a substance you can use to soothe your throat.
What?
Do you realize there's sugar?
Y'all haven't done it before?
No.
I know I'm not crazy. Because my friend, I'm not. Because
offense.
Well, I
told my friend to do that when she had a sore throat, and her throat was getting better.
You say that. Let's say it break down mucus, providing pain relief, and keeping the throat moist.
Ew.
Thank ya.
I ain't never heard of that before.
That's wild.
That's crazy because I would rather use tea because I feel like lemonade would create more mucus than to get rid of it.
Well, when people don't like tea, so you just use lemonade instead.
I don't think y'all make y'all lemonade acidic enough for me. I put a gallon of sugar in there and a teaspoon of fucking lemon juice.
It could be Minute Maid lemonade. It's just lemonade.
Oh my god, please.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't want to. I can't do peanut butter, green beans, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and strawberry flavored things. I love strawberries though.
I hate cranberries.
Wait, what do you mean by stuffing? Because we don't eat stuffing around these parts. We eat dressing.
I eat trash. Stuffing.
Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody asked you nothing.
I had to say my piece.
No, we ain't need to hear that. We done heard your feelings on stuffing and spaghetti. Okay, you shut the fuck up. Everybody asked you.
I call stuffing.
This is a free country.
No, this is the United States of Tippy, and if you don't shut your ass up, I will make it so you be quiet.
I don't eat dressing. I eat stuffing because I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban. Thank you very much.
Well, I don't eat that. That's made with bread. We make ours with cornbread.
Oh,
okay.
Cornbread? We make corn. We never had it though. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I gave Kenny my cornbread dressing recipe.
Use it every year.
Every year, baby. Yeah. I gave it to AT2 too.
But I hate cranberries. I hate cranberry sauce. I hate cranberry sauce. And I hate
Thanksgiving ain't
cranberry
Thanksgiving.
Sauce is disgusting.
So I don't like cranberry sauce, but I'll eat like the fruit or I'll drink cranberry juice.
No,
that's it. I'll drink
cranberry juice.
I love cranberry juice.
Ew. I'd rather be constipated.
Oh, you crazy?
It's giving hateration over here.
Lita, she's in every fucking game with a different face. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what boots they should have put in the fuzzy boots Lloyd had? They missed their opportunity. They really did. How's everyone liking the game? If you have it.
I just bought it. I'm playing it today. It's okay. I like the My Rise.
I don't got any video games, so I'm trying to get into it, but I think y'all worked for it.
I'm on my second playthrough of My Rise.
Dang, already?
Already. I feel like that story could have been longer, but it's really good.
Yeah. I don't know what part I'm on. I think I'm on like when you had to get the World Championship bag.
Shit.
I don't have a PlayStation or Xbox, so I can't play.
Oh, you messing around?
I said I want to. I just gotta find like, or maybe get like a Switch or something like that. I don't know. Jeez.
Soul hookah with the Rika.
Did Tiff get kicked out?
I don't know. Yeah, looks like it.
I don't know how that works. How you get kicked out of your own stream?
They said 24 in my eyes was too long. It didn't feel like that to me. That's just
honestly, I would say the women's was a little bit too long for me.
Wait, what was last year's? Was that like the lock or the horse, whatever the fuck it was?
I don't know. The dark horse was last year.
Okay.
That was a man's. And that wasn't pretty. That wasn't long. That was pretty.
Yo, you can really beat the dude's ass in this game. I've been doing that for like 3 days in a row.
This is my brutality. It is in your dream of escape. Brutality.
Yo, this girl got kicked from her own thing. Usually it's me.
I am scared to escape.
Let me check my Instagram. Oh, she's right there.
Tiffany.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't designed.
Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me.
Rolling 80 wheels in the stage. Riding on you. Gotta roll OT, gotta give her release. Spread your legs down, I'm going on the heat. Hit the raw sounds, let it rock up in your sleep. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
Eclipse. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a start. It can plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck, this chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon.
I don't care, eat them all because they all soft. I don't like no soft ice cream cone. I don't like it.
Yeah, it kind of tastes weird.
Yeah. Sound back on. Okay, sorry about that. I had my Wi-Fi went out, which sucked.
Yeah, like it did on my beat, and I was pissed off about that because, you know, I wanted to be center of attention, but, you know, I'm still here.
Wowzers. I don't care the difference. I just know Thanksgiving is my least favorite holiday because I hate most of the standard dishes. Like I said, I don't think you had them cooked right.
I love Thanksgiving because of food, and
I think a bunch of stale people cooked your food, and I don't like that.
None.
Dying is sleep.
You know her live on watching TV.
Ew, Brandy. Ew. Yeah, hell no. We hell no. Ew.
Cranberry juice is delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peach cranberry.
Also, I set my Xbox needs feeling again to play 2K25 tomorrow. That's crazy. Yeah, they kicked me out, child. Wi-Fi shut off and they kicked me out. Well, they said 2K24's My Rise was too long. It was too long. It was
Which
too long.
one? The man's or the woman's?
Both of them.
I feel like the man's was not that long though.
The women's side is extremely long. It's too many missions. It's too many side things. It's too much.
Yeah.
Did you finish it? No, I got bored. I got bored on mine too. I haven't beaten my Rise either on that. On 2K24.
I finished both.
I gotta come to your house this year. You are more than welcome to come to my house for Thanksgiving. That is totally up to you.
Never
But
been
you
to
are
one.
more than welcome to come to my house for Thanksgiving. You know, my mom would love her orange companion to be here for Thanksgiving. But if you don't like it, I'm not gonna be mad because not everybody likes everything. So, but I do like I prefer dressing to stuffing. I don't like stuffing. Stuffing isn't my thing. We make dressing around these pots.
That's because you haven't had tried my mom's stuffing.
I'll dazzle from conversation to conversation again until everyone's had a plate. That's crazy. That's what he did the last time.
She's not gonna let you do that.
And she won't. You're gonna have to eat because she's gonna make you eat.
You better let you say no that she's doing it the first time.
Yes. Yeah, true. I don't know what we making for Thanksgiving this year.
Like it did with the Negroes we got living in our house. You better not be dazzling around.
You ain't gonna eat.
You ain't gonna eat.
You definitely ain't gonna eat. Everybody come home for Thanksgiving. That's a big holiday. It's a major holiday. We lost Kenny. Kenny left. Fair enough. He said, I'm still dying at how I floated between every conversation. It was just when Rico came for SummerSlam, Rico literally talked to every single person in the house and they all had different conversations. And I was like, what are you over here talking to them about? We talking about Hellsing. The anime? Yeah. Then he was talking to my mom. Then I looked up, he was in the back. And I'm like, what is going on? Where are you going? What are you doing? He was everywhere. I was like, child, just be a social butterfly then. Float your ass everywhere. Do whatever you got to do. He was everywhere. I was like, Jesus Christ. He said if we was in the era of dinner parties, I would be a good host. Fair enough. I can't get all you. I cannot get everybody to get together for one time.
I wish I can come so that
we all could just have one dinner party in one space.
Yeah, I would love to come, but I don't know. I've never been to Ohio before.
You're not missing much, I promise you.
But I did host my first get together with a couple of my coworkers. We went bowling.
Well, that's cool.
And it's gonna be one of many.
I was supposed to go to Ohio for college, but I was like, there's nothing to do there.
If y'all live in New York,
see how this is how you be getting your ass verbally whooped when you come in here. Okay, this is the reason why.
What?
Where was you gonna go? Ohio State?
No, because I got accepted to Hiram College. It's in Hiram, Ohio. So, and I had a dean scholarship and everything. So I was thinking about going there, and I searched up like the city and everything was in there. And me knowing I'm not gonna have a car in Ohio, I'm like, okay, let me just search up the city itself. I searched up the city. I was like, okay, that's a no-go.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, I want to get a car, but you know.
Not you went to you got accepted to a college with your name.
Yes, I know. Well, one of one.
I wouldn't have went either. Shit. Nope. I'm not gonna be the butt of everybody's joke.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm like that at my job sometimes, even though when I said I don't want to, but it is what it is.
Absolutely not.
Honestly, the only reason I apply there is because I was applying in my college advisor's office, and I remember one person said, "No one cares about you, Hiram," and then out of nowhere, I almost slapped the girl for saying that shit. But
And
that's me.
I would have
Angry
too.
abuse.
Go
But
ahead.
What is wrong
my
with y'all?
college,
Why y'all so mean to each other?
my college advisor was flipping through like these books of all these colleges, and out of nowhere, she ran into me in Ohio. So I was like, okay, let me just apply there for a joke. I got accepted, and then they gave me a dean scholarship, and then I got a hat that had my name on it. I was like, oh, keep the hat, but I'm not going there.
See, the old me would have, stopped the shit ever for telling me, basically saying nobody cares. But then I'm like, oh, you say nobody cares, but you do because you had to say that comment to me.
Honestly,
I
was taking it as she's saying it in joking matter, because again, I was too worried about trying to get into college.
Yeah.
I have other things to do.
Oh, you got over her. Well, I will tell you this: Ohio was a lot slower and a lot more Republican. So,
oh God.
If you can survive in Tennessee, though, you will be able to survive here. Certain parts of Ohio is a little bit better than others. Like, obviously, the cities, Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland. Personally, I prefer Cleveland to all of them. But, Toledo is fine. It's a smaller city. Toledo's okay. But I'm partial to Cleveland because I'm from Cleveland. It's home.
See, and if I got somewhere safe like near Cleveland, I probably wouldn't win because Cleveland's there's a lot of things to do in Cleveland.
You probably would have had a better time going to Ohio State, honestly.
But
if you had applied, did you apply to Ohio State?
No, because that wasn't on my list. But the reason, again, like it was just a coincidence. I just so happened to apply to Hiram College. So,
given what I know about Ohio State, it's in Columbus, which is the bigger city. It's a lot to do in Columbus. If you were going to go to a college in Ohio, Ohio State would probably be the best one to go to. I would never send anybody to Cleveland State. Nope. The average tuition cost for aid in Ohio State is like $19,000, whereas in Cleveland State it's about twice that much. So it's about $36,000 to $40,000, and this is after aid. This is not with aid. It's just
oh no,
it's expensive for no fucking reason, and I really hate it. But I would never tell anybody to go to Cleveland State ever. If you ever were going to go to college or change colleges and you wanted to come to Ohio, Ohio State will always be the one that I would send you to. 100%. It's a bigger city. You got a lot to do there. You can always get Lyft, Uber, Postmates, whatever you need. And all of the major places deliver there. So you got plenty of stuff to do in Ohio State. If you want to go to Ohio State, that's in Columbus. Where I stay, there's only one college that I know of. And, well, it's a couple. We got John Carroll here. We have Cleveland State. John Carroll, we have Case Western. Case Western is a good college. I do like Case Western. It's in downtown Cleveland. It's good, but it's more for kids who are more into the arts, architecture, engineering, medical. Those colleges are meant for that. John Carroll is more specifically geared towards accounting, finance, stuff like that. You can go to pretty much any college to do anything as long as the program is available, but they have their specifics. But Hiram, you ain't got to worry about that. You happy with where you are. No, that's all I got.
Yeah, I love my little San Marcos country town, I'm right.
Mm.
I'm right in the middle of Austin and San Antonio, so there's a lot of things for me to do.
What's the name of the college?
Texas State University.
Why you going to Texas State?
Mm-hmm. He said that chicken I made was so good. But babe, they was tearing that chicken up too. I don't think that chicken. Yeah, because AJ fried it. AJ he the fry cook. He the sous chef. But I seasoned it. He gets mad because he has to use deep fryer. The only reason why I have Gerard fried chicken is because I'm short. And they pushed the damn deep fryer all the way in the back and it's sitting on this big counter we got in our kitchen. I'm not tall enough.
We have to push it back there because we got 2 nephews that fall standing up.
I'm not tall enough to fry the chicken or anything in that deep fryer on that back counter. So
how tall is your stove?
it's not on the stove. It's we fry in our deep fryer. So the deep fryer is on a counter. That counter comes up to the top of my stomach. I'm short. I'm like 5'3", 5'4". I'm not that tall.
I'm shorter than you.
Yeah. I'm not that tall. So when I go in the kitchen, I can't reach all the way to the back of that counter. So Gerard's much taller than I am. So I have to get him to fry everything if I'm frying food in the kitchen. So he usually is the one who's frying the food. Of course. My mom and my dad wouldn't have it no other way. Only thing I do regret is that you didn't get to meet my dad because I don't think Dad came downstairs. Dad wasn't feeling good that day. So next time,
And too, I think he definitely was.
Yeah, he got sick that time
because he had just started
the treatment for the cancer stuff.
Like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, he was sleeping a lot.
And that was one of his days where he had dialysis and it wore him out.
Yeah. He said it was a pleasure to bounce around with each family member for a specific conversation. Plus, he got to meet AJ's brother. His brother was here, and like my siblings' wife came, and my brother's wife came, and he was bouncing around with everybody. Child. He said, "I can survive anywhere." I'm sure you can. He said, "I'm like a roach. A nuke will go off, and I'll crawl back out and find a way, child." There are a lot of things I will compare myself to, but a roach is never one of them. No, I can't do it. I'm finna do SBC chat in like 5 minutes. If I could afford going back to Charlotte, I would.
Yay!
You could. I mean, I don't have no problem. I think I like Charlotte, North Carolina. I've loved North Carolina since I was a kid. As long as them two don't know my whereabouts, hell no. Most of my family stay and is from Warren, Ohio. Shit, I'm surprised people still stay there. The only thing you can pretty much do is crime and smoke meth.
That is wild.
Damn.
Jesus. She said smoke meth and it feels like a ghost town to me these days. It's a lot of small towns like that in Ohio. What was it? Mommy sent me a text message. And I did. My dad bought a new bag today. And he had it sent to the house and I opened that bitch. Straight up opened it. Okay. He said, so I should have brought your own pair of them Teletubby boots for you to no, because I probably wouldn't have been able to wear them because I got real big ass ankles. And that'd be the only problem when I be buying boots. I have to buy my boots from a specific place because they don't like the big grouse. They don't like us. Oh, I hope your dad's doing well. He's doing better. He is doing better. The cancer treatment worked. They haven't found any more spores, any more scares. There's nothing. He seems to be doing okay. So he got to go back for another checkup soon, don't he? He about due for his spring checkup.
Yeah, he about getting close to his 6 month
That 6 months follow up. So hopefully, when they go in, they say that he's completely clear. We won't be having to worry about that anymore. Did you hear that Madcap and Emma had a baby? She got pregnant.